Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some Burberry nails for the first time, so bear with me. So first, you want to get all the colors that you are going to use together. I always start by buffing the luster off my nails because I found that having a rough surface helps keep the polish on so it doesn't peel off. And I always go ahead and make sure that the free edge is straight as possible. And I just file off all the shiny stuff and make sure that all my nails are positioned evenly on the peg. Then after I dust off the dust, I just go ahead and put on a super thin layer of foundation and cure that for 120 seconds. I do that on all the fingers and I don't miss no sides at all. Next, I'm putting all my colors together. I use acrylic paint because it's more forgiving and I feel like it gives me a smoother finish. Well, yeah, and it also is like easier for me to work with. And if I mess up, it's easier to fix. So I'm just mixing my reds together and I'm going to use my paint mixer to mix my burgundy with my red to make the perfect shade for this design. And I'm getting my brushes together so that I could, get the design right. Because brushes, the type of brush, the size of the brush, all that matters. And today I'm going to be using a striper. So I go in with my, what is this? I think they call it Sugar Donut Nude from Beetles. I got all the stuff you see off Amazon. I did that and put that on for 120 seconds, and then I go with my second layer and I also cured that for 120 seconds. And make sure you use very, very thin coats, because again, if you use too much, it's going to either peel off and it's also going to mess up the shape of the nail. So instead of having that crisp square shape, it's going to make it look more squoval. So now I'm done curing those and I'm gonna go ahead and start making my Burberry design. So I'm getting my striper brush and I'm gonna start making like a T shape in white for each nail. So I was really nervous, y'all, but because I'm terrible at drawing straight lines. But I just make very chunky white lines horizontally and vertically on each nail. And I just got a reference picture. It's always best to just go by a reference picture. Like I just went on Google and just put Burberry nails. And I did that on the ring, index, and middle fingers. So I left the pinkies and the thumbs plain. So now I'm gonna go in with my black and outline the outside of the white stripes, and then I'm going to make a black stripe, like a thin black stripe down the middle. So each white stripe should have two black stripes on the outside and a black line in the middle. Hope that sound, you'll see, but I hope that makes sense. And when I tell you the struggle was real, but the thing about this is that the colors easily overlap each other. So even if you do make the black line too thick, you can always go back in with white and, fix it. You can always straighten it out. And to be clear, like all the nails that I've ever done for my business is I only done them one time. Like all of my nails is just one set of each. I'll never duplicate a set. So everything I do for the first time. It's just that now I'm recording it and I'm seeing how I do things and stuff like that. And I'm gonna start recording more often because I got like 50 sets and I never record any of them except for that white one. And I did a croc one, like a crocodile neon set. And that's on my other channel, the Diera J channel. But yeah. And I just decided to make a channel specifically for my nails. But yeah, and I just went in with a Q-tip and some acetone and cleaned up where I messed up. Like it was a hot mess on this nail. I think I end up starting this nail over, but I just did that off camera. And there's nothing wrong with starting over. There's nothing wrong with taking breaks. Like you don't gotta do this all in one go. Just, if you don't feel like drawing no more, your hand hurt or your butt hurt from sitting so long, get your ass up and stretch and go eat, all that. So now we are on to the red. And in the picture, it had like the red just going in another direction from the black. So I just did what the picture had. And a lot of the pictures that I saw on Google was different, but I felt like the picture that I went with was the most accurate to Burberry and the most neat. So that's why I went with this design. It's probably never going to be exactly like the Burberry or whatever, but it's close enough. But the thing that I don't like about using acrylic paint is that sometimes you have to layer it. So you may do one line and you like, okay, that looks good. But then you look and it's too like faint. Like you could still see through the line and you got to go back with another layer and fix it. But other than that, it's pretty convenient to use. So now I'm going in with my matte top coat from Beetles. I did want to do them glossy, but then I was like, nah, like I just want to do a matte. So because I don't really do matte sets, I always have glossy sets. So I'm trying to switch it up and try something new. So I did a matte set and I put a very thin coat of the top coat. And I put that, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I put that under the lamp for 120 seconds, which is basically 2 minutes. And after I put the top coat on, like with every single set, I just keep re-curing it because I just want to make sure that every single layer is completely cured. Like I cure each layer, each coat, whatever you want to call it, for 120 seconds each. And even after I take them off the pegs, you'll see that I'm going to put the lamp right on top of these after I get the mounting putty off and cure them again before I package them. Nah, because I was actually blowed that happened. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like, why? But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cure that again for another 120 seconds. And so what I do is instead of paying for those expensive as postcards, I just get some colorful index cards from Dollar Tree, flip it on the plain side, write my Instagram on it, and then I get some the two-sided wall tape, and then stick it on there and then put my nails on. And I also tape my business cards to the back. So you know, when you have a small business, you have to make it work. You have to make it work, and it works for me, and it's very convenient. And I got these little plastics and the glue and the cuticle pusher and all that stuff off Amazon. And ironically, it fit the index cards. But yeah, that's the finished product. This is how I look without the plastic on top. Thank you for watching.